Hey, you guys. Welcome back to my podcast. This is called The Illiterate
Bitches,
Girl.
girls. Yo, Esme,
Yeah,
have you read the book Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep?
I think I did. Yeah, I think I read it in my English class in college.
But have you watched the movie Ex-Machina?
Yes, I love this movie. As wait, there's like a lot of similarities in both, right?
Exactly. There's like
Yeah.
this pattern I've noticed between the two movies.
Mhm.
And there's always seems to be a femme fatale, but I don't really understand what it is.
Oh, I actually know a lot about this because like, in college we actually talked a lot about this. It's basically a character type. So the femme fatale, like we see in the novel of do androids dream of
Of
electric sheep.
Electric Sheep.
Yeah. I could have discussed this, but the title of the book, but it's like it's not relevant right now to the case. But basically we have Rachel Rosen, and she is a robot, and she's in this environment where it's a planet, everybody is like leaving because the planet is dying, and it's all because of, well, humans. Humans kind of we suck, so they
Right.
end up leaving. And but there's like robots are used as slaves in this other planet, and there's some robots that escape. So as a result, there's a human being, the detective, that he's out to kill robots. Rachel Rosen, though, she's beautiful, gorgeous, but she's a robot. But he doesn't know this. So obviously, when we talk about a femme fatale as a character type, we're talking about how she has an like initiative. Sorry, I forgot my word. The like initial motive from the very beginning, and she knows what she wants to do, and she's gonna use her seductive powers, her femininity, to get what she wants. And in this case, in the book, she sleeps with the detective that's basically trying to kill all these robots. So for this, she ensures, and she like tries to bring this empathy out of him, like, you shouldn't kill robots because we're cool too. But then when we look at Ex Machina, there's a lot of similarities in this as well. I don't know if you've seen the movie. You've seen it, right?
I've heard
Yeah.
quite a lot about it.
Okay. Well, basically, in Ex Machina, again, we're surrounded by artificial intelligence, so which we see both in the novel and in the movie. So it's kind of like a dystopian environment, which adds to the science fiction. It's a subgenre of science fiction, and here we have again another. I forgot the main characters. It's been a while. I think it's Ava, her name, from Ex Machina.
Mhm.
Yeah, Ava. She's basically a robot, and she has this scientist, I think, that they put him in there, and he's like, okay, now you need to like pull out her like more human
Human
nature
side.
feeling. Yeah, like just try to bring it out a little bit. And obviously they're like, she's a robot, we're more intelligent than them, obviously, because we created them. But little do they know, especially because they made her so perfect and so beautiful as well, she easily seduced him for the outcome that she initially had wanted from the very beginning, was to escape. And that's what she had wanted. It's like, so both of these characters, Rachel and Ava, they both had like an end game, and they eventually they got it because they're robots, and they're women. So
But you can also, to a certain extent, put this rhetoric of the femme fatale back to like the biblical stories of Adam and
mm,
Eve, and how Eve tried to entice Adam to eat the apple just like she did. Of course, it's not to the same extent as
no,
both movies, but do you think it is in a way the same pattern?
I feel like even everything is a social construct, and I still stand by that. I feel like it comes down to like the environment of everything, and like Adam and Eve, when you point to this, it basically, again, she, she's a woman, and then from that we've derived so many like characteristics of what a woman is and what a woman should be. And women usually do what they want in order to get what they want. Like they do what they do to get what they want. And we've seen this in a lot of films and a lot of novels as well. So I feel like La Femme Fatale, it's been a very sincerely an old um character type that's been used for a very long time in the history of literature. And now that we see it captured in movies, we understand a little bit more of where it actually is rooted from. I don't know if I can say that it's rooted from Adam and Eve, but I feel like that's a very good example. So rhetorically, we could go back and we could have some comparisons there as well. I don't know if this kind of like helps a little bit of the understanding.
Yeah, it helps my understanding, but I can't help but wonder, why do a lot of feminists agree with the femme fatale? Like, isn't isn't the femme fatale portraying women as manipulative and evil and mean? Isn't it nocif? Is that a word in English? Isn't it bad for
We are the illiterate girls, so we
girls?
don't
That's true.
know.
Isn't it bad for women to be portrayed this way?
I honestly, I saw this side of La Femme Fatale, but yes and no. I feel like you can see it as like, okay, this woman, because she could be also a character type as like the anti-hero. She could be like, oh, because her intentions at the end are both like in the novel and as in the movie are like, they're good intentions, or their intentions of like freedom, trying to get this liberty. So in a way, she uses her femininity as a power more. And a lot of people are quick to say, oh, she's manipulative. But with a man, if it were to be like the roles were switched and it was a man, it would have been like, oh, he was very strategic. He was very affirmative. He knew how to get away around. But a woman, she has to be manipulative. She has to be like emotional. She has to be like very bitchy, I guess you can say.
So you're really talking about the double standards and
Mm.
how the characteristics are not matching between both.
Exactly. So I feel like in Femme Fatale, I don't feel like she's necessarily we shouldn't like, yes, she manipulates way, but at the end, to get to a certain extent, to get to a certain outcome, which in all the other, in any other genre with any other male as a, like even in this story in the novel, like the male, he has an objective at the end and he will do anything to get to that, but they don't call him manipulative. No, he's what he is. He's a detective and he's doing his job. And she is the same thing. She was a woman that was sent to seduce him in order for him to stop killing robots. So she did what initially she was supposed to do. So at the end, I do feel like there's like a little bit of double standards, illiterate double standards in this way. Of course, yeah,
And also, if I may add,
yeah,
I think that the role of the femme fatale gave a lot of opportunities for female actresses and for women to be portrayed in books
right,
in powerful ways, especially in the sense that women have never been as sexually liberated. And they're often, the femme fatale is unmarried and she doesn't have kids. And so she's kind of breaking all these
barrier.
these yeah, these barriers and very conservative thinkings. And I think that's exactly what you wanted to say, right? Because it's your
Exactly.
podcast.
No, basically, you summed it all up into saying, in conclusion, it was literally that, because we see as a result of La Femme Fatale, we see it surrounded in amazing movies like today. We have the Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen, which she doesn't necessarily have like, yes, she has a little love story going on, but it's like she's sent to do something. She's affirmative. She's trying to survive. She does what she has to do. She fakes a marriage in order to get ahead. And that's what I feel like Femme Fatale is rooted off against. It's more of taking back your power as a woman and using it to your own need and to your own wants. I feel like at the end, the Femme Fatale is a character type that is very extent. Like you can talk a lot about it, but at the end, it's, if it was a man, you wouldn't talk about a lot about this character type. Yeah, so I hope that sums up La Femme Fatale for you.
And that's the end of the illiterate
The illiterate
girl.
girls. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time when we talk about the economical and political state of the world.
With Jaden Smith.
Are you getting a phone call? I heard a.
Oh,
Oh.
Oedipus. No, I can't call you right now. You have to solve your daddy issues by yourself. I can't help you with this anymore. No, I'm done with this conversation. Goodbye.